Smooth skin. So, how do you want to start the video, Mom?
I don't know. You're the one that wanted to make one, so what do you want to talk about?
We could talk about...
I just don't, that thing flaps when the windows are down.
That's a weird smell. Anyway, we could talk about the energetic pressure thing.
What do you mean the energetic pressure thing?
You know, like when the weather comes in.
The barometric pressure? Ugh,
Yeah, it's
God, I
affecting
can't
me.
talk.
The energy's affected me differently.
The barometric pressure.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like when a storm's gonna come.
Yeah, it never happened like that before, and now I just been affected. It's like only this year too. It's weird. I knew something was gonna happen this year, something weird, but I didn't know it'd be like this. I figured something else would happen. That's what I would thought. But this is weird. This energy's chaotic. It's not stable energy. That's this year. I mean, the beginning of the year, I mean, it was just barely shifting, and then when it actually shifted, it's like bad. It's like a new type of energy that you have to work with. It's like a different frequency you have to work with.
Yeah, since when?
Since when?
Yeah, like...
Noticed it like about a month and a half ago that it shifted. Like around time the eclipse hit.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
just went downhill from there. Like it was so chaotic and like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just chaotic. The energy was insane. It was like, how do I explain it? Like, I technically became like, what's the word for it? Not anorexic, but the other word. What's the other word for it? Where you eat, but you kind of feel sick and you want to just throw up.
Bulimia?
Yeah, kind of
Well,
felt like
kinda,
bulimic.
not really.
Kind of felt bulimic.
Well, that's, yeah.
And I just felt really depressed, and I just wasn't hungry at all. I didn't want to eat. I still don't want to eat.
That's really
I eat like one meal.
technically not what bulimia is, but yeah, I understand.
But
what
it's the
you're saying.
best way to describe
Yeah, I
the feeling.
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
But that's how I feel like.
So you're saying you have new symptoms, like
new symptoms
yeah.
of the energy, and it's not just me. My friends noticed it too, but they just say, "Oh, it's just the weather," and I'm like, I know what it is, but you know, my friends don't really care about it, you know, like how I do, you know.
right.
But
Clouds, isn't that pretty? The way the sun's like streaming down and making.
distraction, Mom, distraction.
It's cool looking though.
Should have saw the sky yesterday. It was all blood red.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It was all clouds, and then on the edge it was blood red. Then, anyway, it was making me really depressed. I was really depressed for like 3 weeks straight. Like, kind of like on the edge of like anything will break me. And it was just weird. It was like I was really depressed. I just stayed in my room for like 3 weeks straight. I didn't want to go anywhere, which is odd for me. I usually go to my public park and just sit there till 11 o'clock and write music and do my thing.
Yeah.
But I was just too depressed, and the energy is like, ugh. I felt dual. Felt dual.
Dull?
Dull. It has a U in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's dual.
Dull. Like doll, but
When does
dull.
a U become an O?
No, that would be doll. Like a doll.
No, that would be dole.
Dole is D-O-L-E.
They should spell doll with an A. Doll. A-L-L, doll. That makes sense.
I know, they say English is the hardest language to learn.
Pretty damn hard.
Yeah. Anyway, dull. You felt dull.
Like Home Depot.
Yeah.
Who the fuck calls it Home Depot? I call it Home Depot. Home Depot. That's what it is. There's no such thing as a TB. It's silent. There's no such thing as that.
Well,
Maybe a PH is considered an F.
I guess.
And
It is kind of weird. We don't have a lot of words.
There's
that have a
IOU.
silent T, but
And some other words you could supply, but where does the T get silent from? I don't find that in English. That's Home Depot.
well, because a lot of English has roots in other languages, like French or Spanish or whatever, you know. So it, you know, the T is silent in French.
Why is it only the T then?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. Whoa. Jeez.
I
Don't
know.
have an accident, people.
He has the same exact truck as that.
Wow.
What a dick.
Texans can't drive. I'll tell you what. Texans cannot drive.
He really cut him off.
Right.
That was like a douchebag move.
Yeah,
That was like 10 feet, not even 10
I
feet.
know. Anyway, so you are feeling symptoms ever since the eclipse.
I thought it was funny how you were like, oh, you were telling Patrick how on Facebook, you're like, Jared feels that way too. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not the only one that's getting affected by it.
Oh, yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, right?
And I still feel affected by it. I'm still trying to tune it out. I noticed it kicked in yesterday. Like it finally went away. I was having the time of my life for the past like week, and then yesterday it was like,
Huh.
you want to do this? No, I don't want to leave.
Are you better today, though?
Yeah, I feel so much better today. I don't know why.
So what else do you want to talk about? What else is going on, or is on your mind, or?
I've been having weird dreams too.
Yeah?
Yep. Weird dreams.
I've been having a lot of dreams. I don't know if they're weird, but a lot of dremes, a lot of very intense dreams.
Yeah, mine are like intense, but they're like weird. I don't understand.
Oh, are they like real surreal?
Yeah. Like the ones I had like last year were so real that I woke up from them because I thought.
Not real, so real.
So real.
So real.
But they felt real.
So real.
So real.
So real.
What the hell does so real mean?
Surreal means like they defy logic. They don't really make sense. They're just an odd conglomeration of weird stuff happening that wouldn't happen in ordinary reality. You know. That to me is surreal. Like one time I had a dream that people were falling out of the sky. They came in 3 different stages. The first stage was like real slow, like they were like gracefully floating, and
I should have brought itch cream.
the second stage they
Itched it. Sorry. Go ahead.
the second stage they were a little bit faster, and then when the third stage of people came, they were like plopping down really hard and dying. That's kind of surreal. You know?
No, surreal is more like when you're having a dream like last year I had where there's a tornado in your dream and a house gets picked up and a piece of the wood chip falls and it slams you on the neck and you wake up and you're like, I swear to God, it just hit me in the neck, and you're like, you're feeling your neck and it hurts randomly and you're like, what the hell? It's weird. That's pretty real.
Yeah. Yeah, but so real is like when it's real, but there's something about it that could not really actually occur in ordinary reality.
Or that one time I had 7 dreams in a row, but it was a dream inside a dream. I was dreaming the whole time, but when I woke up, it was still a dream. That was the most scariest dream.
Yeah.
Because then the 7th time I actually woke up in real life, I didn't even know if it was a dream or not. Like if I went to go running across the road, that would have sucked because I would have got hit and actually died. Because I want to know if it was a dream or not.
Yeah. Pretty weird. I dreamt of a nuclear bomb going off, hitting the United States about 3 weeks ago or so.
It's gonna happen sooner or later. World War III.
That was a weird dream for me. Because we were living in a house, but it wasn't anything like our house or any other house we've ever lived in.
That was the dream. I just remembered.
So,
I was on a different planet. It was
Yeah.
so cool. It was so surreal. Like I was actually breathing there, and I was looking up at the stars, wondering if anybody else in the world is wondering if they're looking like at the same place where I am, in a different place in the universe. But I was looking at the world, and it was so trippy because it was like there was like 3 moons. That's what it was. 3 moons.
Yeah.
So, 3 moons.
So what else? You want to talk about your art class or your room? How's your room? Does it feel better in your room, or is
Yeah.
it still weird?
I think the portal opens only when I'm like really depressed. So it knows when I'm vulnerable, so it opens up and then messes with me. Things come out and messes with me. So then it's like it knows.
Yeah.
It like feeds on my fear.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Portal? That one?
Yeah.
That?
Yes.
It's like
I
a
think-
dark portal.
Well, it could be that your fear actually like sort of opens it, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It opens it, feeds it off. It feeds my fear.
Oh yeah. Well, they're vampires.
I get scared when
Yes.
it's pitch black in there. But that's how I cope with my PTSD. The best way to cope with your own personal problems is to do the exact way to. That's what I was telling my new therapist. I was saying, this is how I cope with my PTSD. I go on YouTube and watch everything that triggers my PTSD. So then when it triggers my PTSD, it numbs yourself. But by numbing yourself, you're so used to watching it that it doesn't. The trigger disappears. It dissipates.
Oh,
That's why I can hang out with cops now.
that's called desensitization.
Really?
It's actually a technique. So
That's what I did.
you're
It worked.
naturally doing it for yourself, desensitizing.
I just like watching videos of it. It's fun. Well, not fun, but it's like messed up. I still have the trigger of just it makes me angry, like really angry. But it's like I'm trying to. That's what I need to work on. I'm so white.
So what else?
Oh yeah, I forgot I was wearing that this whole time. I saw it hanging up in my closet, and I was like, oh, you know what? I never wear this.
Your,
The silver I made.
needs to be polished. It's so dark now. The silver clay back when we were making silver clay jewelry.
A long time ago.
I'm making
Oh
a
man, I
jar
shouldn't
list.
have. Freaking hate chiggers. Chiggers, right?
Chiggers, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to say because it sounds so wrong. Chigger.
Yeah.
My friends were like, you better watch what you say.
Well, that's
And I'm
what
like,
they are.
That's what they are in Texas. And I asked another guy, he's like, yeah, did you go through weeds? And I'm like, yep. Little microscopic bugs that bite and they leave the nasties
Itchy
welts.
They
Bigger than
itch.
mosquitoes.
They itch.
This one's.
So bad, too.
I stopped itching the ones on my legs. I got about 8 of them.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for going down to the creek.
Wasn't down in the creek. We got tired of swimming, so we climbed out of the creek and we were lost. So we just went through someone's cornfield in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's where you got him then, from there. Yep. So what else? What do you have to say? Like, do you want to talk about politics or world events or what? What's exciting? What are you thinking about? What's going on?
Politics. Oh, let's talk about that shooting.
The Las Vegas shooting?
Yeah, I think it's all a load of shit.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
Because witnesses say there was a shooter on the ground, and people say it was one guy. And now the guy, they said there was a witness on the 32nd floor, but then he was showing no emotion of when he was getting shot at. So it's like you can see all the micro expressions in his face. He's like lying about it. He doesn't even show. Like if someone was getting shot at and goes for their life. I mean, wouldn't you be on the TV crying at least?
Emotional?
Yeah, you would be emotional.
You would think, but people display emotion or lack of emotion differently. I try not to judge just that because people are different, I mean, just like I saw one video where, someone had their cell phone out, and the shots are going off. People are being shot. They're running. And these two ladies, go behind the car, right? And they're sitting there laughing. Like, that to me is weird. I wouldn't be laughing. Right? But you can't judge it because, people just do and say and act weird ways when they're traumatized. But I know what you're saying. You don't believe him. You think that he was not telling the truth, like a false witness.
Yeah. Anyway, I know for one fact that almost all hotels in the United States have cameras in the hallway. So if he was actually there to prove it, they would have to pull up the feed and show.
You would think,
Then I would believe him if I actually saw him there.
It's kind of weird how a 64-year-old man who was on the 32nd floor, that's weird, right? How he acquired
40-something?
so many guns in such a short period of time.
There's no way he got them all in 3
Legally.
days. It had to be more than one person because there's no way that all of them are his. And if they're and the police won't even release the information if they weren't all his.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta give him credit. He somehow figured out a way to turn everything automatically with the product. I mean, who fucking knows that shit? I don't
If it
even
was
know that
even
existed.
him.
I don't even know that was. I don't even know you could do that.
Another thing is that, I just watched that video today where the guy did a forensic analysis of the sound footage. Me and Dad were watching that, and he was basically saying there was 2 shooters. Without a doubt, there was 2 shooters.
And what else could be also another idea was what? Yeah, you're supposed to turn way back there. It's the school we just passed it. You're supposed to get off by the school. The fucking soul reapers. They eat your souls. What kind of music band names themselves Soul Reapers? I will rip your souls out. I'm so glad that my guitar's tuned finally.
Anyway, what were we saying?
I was saying my idea of what happened was I think it was an inside job of security. Like they could or something like that. Because if there was a guy, some videos show that some bullets were coming off the ground. So it's what happens if one of the guys on the bottom was actually a security guard and bullshitting the whole story? And he got away with it.
Well, that guy did a forensic analysis of the sound. I guess he does that for a living. It's his job or something. I don't know. And he basically said that there was 2 shooters. And he gives the exact distance that they were. 2 different locations. So that's interesting. So I don't know. I think the victims have a right to know the truth. And I don't think that they're being given the truth, I think that.
Yeah, Yeah, Mom's friend died there.
No, she didn't die.
Oh, she didn't die? Well, she lived, right?
Yeah, she lived.
Well, she could have died. She could have died.
Yeah, she didn't die. Thank God she didn't die.
He or she?
She
survived.
She survived.
She survived.
Yeah. She got shot in the face and it went through her cheek and came out her jaw, and it blew her jaw out.
That must have looked gnarly.
Yeah, so they replaced her jaw with a titanium jaw.
Yeah, you gotta admit, that's kind of cool. Like, I survived the shooting. I mean, you gotta look strong at it. Look at the cool things you got out of it. Not all the negative things. I mean, there's gonna be a lot.
Well, the sad thing is that how I know her is from my Young Survivor Coalition group in California. So she's a breast cancer survivor. She got breast cancer when she was 27 years old.
Obviously, God wants her to be alive.
Yeah, so she's already been through a whole lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And to go through this really sucks.
God's testing people. God really be testing.
Her, you know, she was there in Las Vegas on vacation with her family, her husband and stuff. Whoa, gonna stop there, buddy? And he ended up, you know, not going to the concert. He went back. They were staying at the Mandalay Bay, and he went back to the room because he wasn't feeling well.
Who was playing at the concert anyway?
The country music artist Jason Aldean. I don't know who it is.
If it was Gary Allen, it would be so awesome.
No.
I'd be like, woo! Gary Allen, woo! Some Colt Ford, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. So what else?
Keep turning on the music. What else do you want to talk about?
What else? What else do you want to talk about?
I love now going down to the creek. It's so fun. The local creek in our neighborhood. It's so fun. Like, I'm scared of murky water. But when I went with my friends, I coped with it. I said, suck it up. And I'll swim through it. I mean, there is a 50-50 chance of finding a snake, like a water moccasin, because it's known for snakes down there. Rattlesnakes, too. But you don't ever see them in the water. Other water snakes you could probably find. Some alligator snapping turtles probably down there.
Oh, yeah.
So we definitely saw, the only thing we saw alive, we gotta say alive, because there's dead animals out there, too. Alive was freshwater catfish and freshwater bass and some other fishes that I didn't know.
You know what I want to know is, okay, so like we found a bunch of hawk feathers this year. We've found blue jay feathers. Definitely tons of grackle feathers.
Oh yeah, there was a blue jay following me there down there too. I just wanted to say that.
A blue jay? Blue jays like you. Remember that time at Kathy's? The blue jay was in the tree right outside the window, sitting there.
I like that sound.
Anyway, but why have I never ever seen cardinal feather?
What the hell's a cardinal?
Cardinal, the red birds.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's a good point. We find every other feather. I found peacock feathers, hawk feathers, owl feathers, but those are so rare to find.
The owl feathers, yeah.
Yeah, owls. And we find hawk feathers, freaking vulture feathers. We find every other bird's feathers out there, but we can never get a natural cardinal.
Right. It's weird, right?
Yeah. But I mean, there's so many of them here.
I know.
And yet, there's not even one. Now that we said something, the universe is gonna pop one out.
I've been asking for like 3 years now.
You ask too much. I haven't asked anything for the universe yet.
I don't ask every day. I'm just saying I've been asking.
When I go out for adventures, like down to the creek I go to, I said, "Can I see something new?" And went down there and we found a shit ton of fossils. Shit ton. Like, we found the giant, what are they called again? The spiral snail things?
Yeah.
They were in the fossil all the way down there.
Yeah.
Like, they were completely full-size ones, too. They were giant, huge ones.
Like the ammonite.
Ammonites, yeah. And then there were some of them that were actually like a pearlescent kind, too.
Oh, yeah.
I found one down there. It was actually pearlized.
Oh, right.
And I was like,
wow.
damn, I wish I had my rock pick right now.
Those are nice.
I'd dig that sucker out.
Those ones are...
They're shiny and pretty. There's
like
one down there. But it was so far down because, like, when you look at the rock, it's like 50 feet of rock. Like one giant wall.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, you're in a cavern kind of.
It's
like...
so weird how there's so many fossils here in Texas, right? Sea creature fossils, right?
Texas is known to find some shark teeth, but it's really hard.
Mammoth is really big. There's a lot of mammoth here, mammoth fossils.
Yeah, they found one in one of the towns we went in. Giant mammoth vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
Giant mammoth. Or was it a whale? No, it was definitely mammoth. Yeah, it was mammoth. Because a whale vertebrae is different. And the size of it would be different. I have a fossilized whale bone. Whale vertebrae at the house. Found it at Shark Tooth Hill in Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Shark Tooth Hill. This doesn't seem very interesting.
No, what?
We're not really talking about anything too interesting.
Well, we talked about everything we already did.
Yeah. You want to talk about your art class?
No, not yet. Too early. I could talk about my project I just finished though. Last night.
Yeah.
I finished it last night, but I had to gloss it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like the leaves.
Mm.
Took me like 4 hours to carve it last
Oh, yeah.
night. To carve the leaves. Then I burnt the wood because it's Purple Heart, so the back of it, see the color of it, that's just natural. Oh, I burnt some of it, but all the light areas, all the little skinny areas that are like basically near white, like a tannish white, that's the natural color. But then if you actually burn the wood, it actually turns, wait, where's the camera? It turns purple, and then if you glaze it up, it's so shiny. See, it's not perfect, but you can see where I took the wood and carving tools and got around it to show the...
Wow.
But it actually looks kind of cool on camera.
I know you've been making rings, like wood rings.
I've been making a ton. I have one on... Here's the one of them I finished like 3 days ago as a project. Here's one of the rings I made. This one's actually a bigger gauge than most of them, so it fits my finger. It's a little bigger than a size 11. It's more like 11.3-ish like size because it's so loose.
That is so awesome. It's like really perfect. It's smooth and straight, and
You could compare it to a real ring.
you did a really good job on it. Yes, you did. Awesome.
I mean, this one's really cozy. I think I might have to make more like this one. It's small, delicate. My other one I don't have. It's more thicker. It's twice the size of this. Because, you know, some guys like thick rings, you know? Thick.
Yeah.
I kind of like smaller rings because my fingers, it's too small of a gap to fit. And it's like, it fits nice, snug, and
Yeah.
doesn't fit my ring finger.
You're so creative, and
Oh, look, it actually fits this hand. Well, looky there. That's how I know it's a size 12.
mm.
This hand's a size 12. This is a size 11.
Do you think you would enjoy taking that jewelry making
Yeah?
class there?
I really like this. It looks really cool.
Yeah, you
It
did
looks
a good
cool
job.
from far away. The tree I made.
Yeah, it does.
And I
That's
had the
really
little
cool.
lines on the side so make it look more like cool, like a interesting pattern of a tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did a good job. Very
This
cool.
this wood smells stinky when you burn it on accident, like, or when you're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're like, it smells good as is. But when you're working on it, it smells disgusting. Like it makes you so nasty. Probably because it comes from a couple places in the world. Like I think it comes from. I know I might be wrong, but I think Brazil.
Oh, look, there's a Duke. You know Duke has boxer in him.
I don't believe that. I believe he's a pit. And that's my belief. How do you think people breeded boxers? They had to use some type of dog.
We can talk about Duke.
Duke?
Yeah.
Sure, we can talk about Duke. You already recorded for 31 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut some of it because it's.
Anyway, we could talk about Duke. Duke's my bestest friend. Duke is my bestest friend. I love him more than Mom.
Yep. He was your brother and sister-in-law's dog, right?
Yeah,
And
for like 2 years
And then
ish.
when
When he was a puppy.
when Justin went to Afghanistan, then
Duke bonded with me slowly.
we ended up with Duke, right?
And then I asked them if I could have him.
Yeah.
And they gave us all the paperwork. It took like a year though, because like all the paperwork was in storage.
I don't think they gave us the paperwork.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought they did.
Anyway, we've had him what? That was in 2010. Justin went to Afghanistan, so.
Well, he was in my life before that though. Like,
So we've had Duke a long time.
never had a bond with a dog or any type of animal so strong like we do. Like, if I get depressed, my dog gets depressed. We're literally equals. Well, more like 50-50. I'm more like a yin and he's like a yang.
You sleep
To
together and
We shit together. No, I'm just kidding. We eat together. We drink water together. We sleep together and we sleep together and we shit together.
yeah,
we
but
don't.
I mean he's getting old, so I've been talking to you about preparing for him.
I am trying. I tell
'cause
everyone.
I don't want you to have too much soul loss when he goes. You gotta be ready.
So I've been taking a lot of pictures. I thought I'd maybe buy a disposable camera and take pictures of us together.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go out to an adventure, and then we can take pictures together, and then I can make a wall, a bulletin, a memory, like a.
Yeah. Aw, Dookie.
Why are you looking at me like that?
It's gonna be sad. But you're already talking about what pet you're gonna have next.
Yep. Well, Dad wants an F or an F. Yeah, an F. F. Right. S. No, it's an F. Dad wants an F3 Savannah Cat. I mean, I try to talk him into an F4, so it's legal, so we don't have to deal with all the paperwork. He really wants an F3.
Yeah.
We have to get permits for that because it's an exotic animal.
Well, there's very.
They're gorgeous,
expensive.
too.
I don't think we'll ever have one. It costs a lot of money.
One day I'll have one. It'll be beautiful. I want a black one. A black Savannah Cat with one green eye and one red eye. Or one green, one blue. That's what the colors are. I believe, in my belief, the different color eyes mean that they were born as a twin. So there's a twin somewhere in the world just like him. That's what I believe. Different color eyes are for. I mean, Finks are expensive too. Finks are hairless cats.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you have to wash them every week. They're so cute. I mean, some people would think, ew, they're so ugly. They look like hairless rats. And I'm like, yeah, but have you pet one before? They're soft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're soft. They got no fur.
Just their skin.
right.
Alrighty. This is your stop.
Hell yeah, it is.
Sign off. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, I
everybody.
forgot. We're on the camera thing.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye world. Bye what's her name?
Allison?
Bye Allison. I forgot.
Yeah. No, it's alright. We all forget. Alright. Bye.